What is up, guys? Welcome to week 4 of the Multi Battle League. I am T-Man, and I'm joined by the wonderful, beautiful Joshua Lorsi.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Lacey.
Yep, and this week we are playing a really intense match against Team Mythical. So, this is a team that's actually really scary to us in team preview. They have a lot of things that better our team a lot, right?
Yeah, with the Cresselia and the Guzzlord. Oh god, I could go all day with this. The team is pretty scary. We don't really have I want to say we don't have a correct way of going about like team building against this, because like any of our ideas could just flop with their turn one leads, like depending on what they lead. So me and Tommy decided on like what's their most optimal lead, and I thought that like Metacham Cresselia was their most optimal lead. Reason being is because they have the fake out trick room option. Metacham also puts a lot of offensive pressure against like most of our team with its typing. It's able to hit the Venusaur, it's able to hit Pheromosa, it's able to hit a lot of stuff, and it hits very hard. Yeah, it was pretty scary. So me and Tommy decided to go about leading with the
Blastoise, yeah.
Yeah, Pheromosa and Blastoise. We were going back and forth on the Blastoise set. I know Tommy wanted to run. Forgot the set. You wanted to run.
I wanted to run Fling Razor Claw, the Razor Fang Fling set.
Yeah.
With Follow Me. So kind of give us a pseudo fake out Follow Me Blastoise. That was just so that if like they led the Metacham and went for fake out into our Pheromosa on turn 1, that on turn 2 we could always just fling the opposing, or on turn 1 we fling the opposing crest, and then turn 2 we can Follow Me and Bugsy move.
I like the idea as well, but I thought that Choice Cross gave us more options. I think if we wanted to go about faking out the Metacham turn 1, or if we wanted to switch it out and abuse Water Spout or something, or Scald or Ice Wing, whatever the case may be. I don't know. I like the idea of Choice Scarf.
Yeah, it gives us less defensive options, but it gives us more offensive options. So say they don't lead Crest Metacham, because realistically that's the only lead we have to hard prep for, because the only lead that we can't it's the only lead that can consistently deny us the opportunity to stop Trick Room from going up. Like our whole game plan is we need to stop Trick Room from going up, because if it gets up, then we have a really hard time of dealing a lot of their threats, because we have a much faster team than them. So the only way to consistently stop that, like we said, like the Razor Fang Fling play, or Scarf Blastoise, because Scarf Blastoise allows us to do is we can fake out the Metacham on turn 1 if they lead Metacham and Crest. So you just go for fake out into the Metacham, since we now have speeds with Scarf, and just go for the Bugsy and move into the Crest, just so we can take that on turn 1, just because it is such a big threat. And I think we do have Pheromosa. Pheromosa is one of the few things in the game that can just outright KO on turn 1, so that's pretty strong. Darmanitan actually can too with Choice Band Flare Blitz, but that involves leading Ninetales and Darmanitan, and if they lead Metacham, there's no guarantee that we can actually get off the Flare Blitz on turn 1 and knock out, because yeah, we need a way to stop fake out, and we need to stun up, and we can't get that both in the same slot.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this this idea between me and Tommy. You running the Bugsy move on Pheromosa, it gives us a lot of offensive power against their psychic types. And once Pheromosa gets a beast boost, and if it does get that beast boost, it's already a threat as it is when you lead it. When it gets that one beast boost, it's able to kind of snowball against a lot of things.
Yeah, and a lot of the things with the team don't take low kick well, so we can afford to run low kick and then run a fully special Pheromosa, just maximize our odds of taking out the Crest. Give us ways to handle the Guard Chomp, even if it is something like Assault Vest. So we could potentially just Ice Beam. If we get a Beast Boost too, we can KO through the Assault Vest most likely. So definitely a really strong tool to have. I actually want to just look at the team really quickly and just go over the mods that we think that they're gonna bring.
Yeah.
Since I think it's pretty clear that they can't bring Oricorio to this matchup. I think Oricorio is basically unbringable for them, because
Rabambi?
Rabambi. Yeah, because we have
cool.
Yeah, because we have the Oricorio, and if they want to do any Quiver Dance shenanigans, we can kind of just bring Oricorio. and Skiller Boost. So I don't think they want to like even think about playing around with that. The other obvious thing on their team really not to bring is the Gourgeist because you know we have all the fire presence on our team. They already have 2 Trick Room setters, and the best thing that Gourgeist can do is sit on the field and tank hits for a lot of turns. And it really can't do that against our team. We have too many offensive threats to deal with the Gourgeist, and if you're gonna bring 2 Trick Room sitters, you bring the Chandelier, just because you can run Flash Fire still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I mean, this Medicham though, just looking at it, got my heart pumping blood.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very scary mon.
It hits a lot
Like
of things on our team
when
really
you like
hard.
come outside of like VGC and like you start looking at like the other megas and stuff like that, in a like not a centralized format, but like something like like MBL, like where you have to counter team and things like that. Like mons like those are like really scary, especially if your team isn't well prepared for it.
Yeah. So that's actually one of the main reasons why I like stuff like the Yashi Berry and the Landorus. It's one of the big things in their team is that that Medicham, and if we get the Yashi Berry Landorus in the field, it can take something like an Ice Punch from them. That's pretty good. Also takes something like an Intimidated return from the Glalie. So that's something that's also pretty important. Being able to take an Ice move from that, which oftentimes just KOs through the Yashi Berry. We actually need Intimidate to actually take that as well. But I think that's actually pretty strong. We do have the Darmanitan in the back. We're actually running like this is actually a really like big week for us because we're trying a lot of different item choices that we haven't in previous weeks. Like we've always run Assault Vest Landorus. We've always run Scarf Darmanitan. But just because we're running Scarf Blastoise this week, we have to change it up a little bit.
We were actually so close to running Assault Vest Landers because I was like pretty convinced, like, I wanted to have ways to actually deal with the Chandelier if anything, or just take any special hits. And I thought that Assault Vest would be the better item. But me and Tommy were talking about it, how big of a threat that the Manicham is. We really don't want to lose our Landorus to any like Ice Punch or anything, because I know that with the spread that we wanted to go with, we couldn't live. I'm pretty sure we couldn't live the Ice Punch.
No, it was either the Ice Punch or was it the return from the Glalie Ice Punch?
I think it was return.
No, I think it was actually. I think it might have been Ice Punch. I forget exactly what it was, but
either way, like Yachi Bear was the safer.
The main thing was that the only thing that we really needed the Assault Vest for was for the Chandelier, because you were afraid of the Chandelier doing a lot of damage to Landers with things like Heat Wave and Shadow Ball, which is understandable. But by having Yashi Berry, the only other things that throw the Landers on that team are things with ice moves. So being able to have Landers take an ice move is pretty important in this matchup, especially since your side of the field doesn't have too many things on it. The Blastoise, the Landorus, the Ninetales, and the Roarcario aren't the most offensive mons. We have the offensive mons stacked on the other side. So having Landorus being able to stay on the field longer is more important, because they can always just like target down one of the two sides, and if we lose something like a Landorus early on, then Blastoise really needs to Water Spout, and it needs to be at like full HP to do Water Spout. So we have to play really, really carefully with the one side, but Yashi Berry helps us a little bit. Let's just play that mode a little bit safer.
Yeah. Lando is the real logo. That is our real logo. That's our boy.
That's right. I forgot what the nicknames, dude, on this side.
No, it's cool.
We got Soaked. I typed in random letters there.
Real logo.
Real logo.
I forgot to nickname my boy Ninetales Danzo. Danzo. I'm sorry, my boy.
And this one was hashtag logo buff. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. So the other mons on the team, you're gonna see, this really, really strange looking Ninetales set.
Yeah.
So basically, we only need Ninetales in this matchup to power up Darmanitan's Flare Blitz. It's the only reason why we have it on the team. It actually is counterproductive to what our Blastoise wants to do, since it wants to hit Scarf Water Spout a lot. So the reason we have the Ninetales actually is more of an emergency button. So basically, if something goes wrong and they get up Trick Room, we have this Iron Ball Hypnosis Ninetales, and like we're gonna mash the Hypnosis button if we get in Trick Room. And basically, like, Hypnosis only 60% accurate, not very reliable. 60 or 55. It changes like every gen. It's 60 right now. All right, but yeah. So Hypnosis not reliable, but the main thing that we need to do is stall turns. If we hit like If we get like 3 hypnosis chances and we hit somewhere between 1 to 2, that's fine as long as it helps us like stall out the Trick Room turn, so we can get out of Trick Room and then sweep with things like our Darmanitan. So having that's pretty cool. Roar, of course, helps us stop Trick Room from even going up in the first place if Ninetales finds itself in that situation. Otherwise, Overheat's just the big damage output option. If we overheat and then Ninetales is kind of just sitting there, we can always just spam Hypnosis anyways then. So it's more, like I said, it's more the emergency button in case things go wrong. We just bring in Ninetales and hit the 60 button and pray. But goal is not to need Ninetales, just to have Ninetales in the back just in case things go wrong. We also have like a more consistent way to deal with Trick Room and Metagross because we're running Tech Rage, Earthquake, Meteor Mash, Bullet Punch, Metagross. So basically what this allows us to do is, if you look at their team, and Team Mythical really has a lot of Tech Rage weak targets. Things like the Chandelier, the Nidoking, the Magnezone. Was there one more? Let's see. I think there was one more target. No, the Guzzlord takes it pretty well. So yeah, mainly those 3 are the things that we have to worry about. And getting the Trick Room and dealing with those 3 specific threats, being able to just go for Tech Rage on them is pretty important. It gives us an out to deal with their Trick Room mode if they do happen to get Trick Room up. So we have a lot of options is the main thing.
Yeah.
Like we just beat them outside of Trick Room with Blastoise for most of Darmanitan. And then if we get into Trick Room, just bring out the Metagross, bring out the Ninetales. You know, we have the 2 Z moves on one side. We can always use Tech Rage if like we don't get all up or Savage Spin out early in the game to like if they get Trick Room up, we probably haven't used Savage Spin out yet. So yeah. We should be pretty safe to like have both Z moves on one team. That we might regret that, but I think it'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the last 2 mons, of course, are Oricorio and Venusaur. So Oricorio, we don't plan to bring these 2 mons. Oricorio is there just in case like they bring Rabombi and something like and we want to stop it. Oricorio is also cool because it's the other way that we can reliably stop Cresselia in case there's something in Team Preview that looks a little bit off to us because they can lead something like Metacham and Cresselia, and they can't take out Oricorio since it is a Ghost type. So we can always just go for taunting with Cresselia, that's an option. But otherwise, it is Helping Hand to do lots of damage. Revelation Dance should be able to O-coat the Metacham as well. So just a little bit of things here and there. It's just not the strongest mon, so if we don't have to bring it, we probably won't. And then last one, of course, is Venusaur. It's just a very consistent mon. It takes hits from a lot of things in their field. It barely takes Metacham. It barely takes some of the other things in their team. I forget exactly what it was, but it can take hits and it can do some stuff. It's just that I don't necessarily think it does too much damage back to a lot of things in their team, so I don't think we bring it. Again, it's kind of like the same situation as Ninetales. It's a bulkier version of just sleep spam if we can. Like, if we have to bring Venusaur and we have to put some sleep powder down on some things, then we will. But otherwise, then we probably won't choose to bring it, won't choose to click the sleep buttons. So, again, just another backup plan that we have in case we see something awry in Team Preview.
Yeah. I really do like the Oricorio set. Oricorio is probably like my favorite mon that we drafted, honestly. It's just a cute Pokemon. And it's our logo bluff as well. So.
And the spread this week is like super fat this week. Too.
Super dink.
Yeah. I know it takes, the spread that I have on it takes Ice Punch from Metacham. That's supposed to survive, so that's pretty cool. That's just so we have that turn 1 play if we need to. We can just go for Revelation Dance into Metacham. We can go for Taunt into Cresselia. We have options.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's it for me. Anything you want to say, Josh?
Not that much really. Just thank you guys for, showing your support for Team Drinking Birds. We're out here to win, not out here to lose. So, me and my boy Tom have been working hard. That's all, pretty much. Just make sure you subscribe to my man Tommy and me, and put that push notification, on when we upload something, whether it be VGC. I know me and him have a ladder series going on or whatever, and MBL stuff, so you guys could see it right away, or whenever you guys look at your phone, it will be right there. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and without anything else, of course, this will be up on my channel. You're watching on my channel right now. The battle will be up on Josh's channel tomorrow, so be sure to look for that. Of Of course, I will post a link to Josh's channel in the description. That is all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll try to make you proud this week, and I'll see you guys next week.
All right, bye.